So I'm going to do my best to answer probably the second most asked question of me. And I think this video is a pretty good video to do it. So I'm skating with Jeff Wanson in this video and Angie. By the way, if you haven't seen that Jeff has a YouTube channel, I'll link it in the description. He's like the full YouTube, like putting out videos all the time. He has Lamont helping him edit, and they're kind of, it looks like they're kind of fiddling around with a couple concepts right now of what they want it to be. But views seem to be good, so you probably have already heard about it. But he has some pretty intense videos where he his talking sections are like he goes for some stuff. It's pretty sick. Plus, of course, you get his hugging. But anyways, back to what I'm talking about in my video. Getting motivated or staying motivated or to keep progressing no matter what. I'm 37 years old, and my body sort of started doing this around 34, to where it just wasn't keeping up anywhere near what it was before. And even with changing my diet, having someone who helps me work out once a week, like an instructor and a fitness person, and switching up all this stuff, it's still going down. Just now it's going down slower. So what do I do to keep going? And I think, well, we'll watch some of the video and I'll chime in and out. I don't want to have a long talking break.
Wow. Angie commits to everything. No matter what the board does, she's putting her feel on it. Must be nice. Except when it doesn't work out. Maybe that's not so nice. Almost first try. That's the line she's here for. Back 180 up, half cut flip. Yeah, if you're gonna battle something, they're only backside flips first try for her, so if it doesn't happen the first two tries, she just forfeits like me. Oh, a lot of people don't know this. Jeff beat the Battle of the Bears champion. I always want to say Peter Griffith. Peter Griffin. Well, Jamie Griffith. Jamie Griffith. He's dummy. He comes here, and I think a lot of people think he comes straight here for the 5-stair. He'll skate flat ground for like a half an hour every time he comes here, and just do like 100 flip tricks. It's pretty sick. I like how you took a bow in the middle of your run. There it is. Yeah, I mean, definitely do one more. I mean, you did it. She's learning. She's evolving. Start calling you Lieutenant Dan. Keep it going.
Keep going?
Yeah. That was all. Well, what about the kickflip up?
Oh.
That's what you got. Now you did the trick you want to do. You got to do the trick that I want you to do.
Alright, I'll try.
Your kickflips are 3 stairs high in general. It's just a matter of committing to it up this. Yeah, I would say not further off the board, but further back from the bolts. Yeah. Because you're very much you're an up here person.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I don't do a flick out. I do a step down.
I'm a full foot kickflipper. I'm here when I kickflip. It's so hard to change your foot positioning on a trick that you do, though. But trust me, if your foot's uncomfortable, it's probably in the right spot for this one. Yeah, her pants are tight. It's not letting her hips move the way they need to, so kickflip up's hard.
I just suck at kickflipping up stuff, but I'll work on it, and one day I'll kickflip up.
Definitely the pants.
Yeah, it's making it harder. It is really tight right here.
Yeah, I think if you had different pants, because it looks like you just got to get a faster flick.
Yeah.
And having slightly wet, stiff pants, I can't do any 360 flips are out the window.
Yeah,
So we like excuses here on the channel. That was insane. She first tried kickflipped it off film. She first tried kickflipped it on film, but it looked like that. Damn. The ground's so good, it makes you land tricks. What's funny about this set is no matter how good you are, you still have to kind of get lucky because some of these holes are so bad now. He obviously did the 360 hard flip, but I missed it. But I'm sure you can imagine what it looked like. Oh, bonus tricks? Bonus tricks? That's first try. I like that colorway. Oh yeah, you got that. I don't think I've really seen Jeff do switch frontal flips. Wow. Like, I always get really excited when he does like less complicated tricks downstairs. Like when he nollie flips something big or varial heel something big, I'm like, fuck yeah. Switch frontside flips one. I could see him doing it on something massive. Oh yeah. So I feel like it's a good trick to push far. They're just so easy to misflick. I suck at the trick down stuff. Pretty sure I maxed out my switch frontside flip on the Staples 5 there in Westminster, Maryland. If you know, you know. Wow. Oh, wow. That was pretty.
Work easier today.
Yeah, he said either that trick takes him a million tries or they just start working right away. Are they brand new trucks?
No.
I got a couple little marks on them. Wow. That's a good point. People who are really good at switch flips usually don't do switch frontside flips. There's exceptions.
Nicky Papa, he's good at both.
Yeah, but he has all the flicks down. Like every stance, heel flip. Like he has a straight 8 in every direction.
If you watch like Jim Greco, he's like the king of fucking
Switch frontside flips.
But his switch flip, even he says it's like super
Random. Yeah, he like the one he did over that big ass rail on the bank. Yeah, but he doesn't have it the right tweaky way. Switch frontside flip is kind of, here's maybe truth to it. I think having a mob switch flip might help your switch frontside flip.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My switch flip is super mob.
Switch frontside flips work.
They work, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hate landing switch.
Do you ever have you switch flipped this before?
Yeah.
Can you switch flip it, please? Yes.
Whoa.
Oh yes. You look like me out there, dude. That's like my switch flip. God damn.
What? Downstairs set. Awesome start. Almost.
Back to back. Oh yeah.
That would have been horrible.
But it would have been great for the point that we're making for the switch frontside flip. Yes.
Almost. And another thing to add, I always land like this on a switch flip. Like
You go slightly switch frontside.
wanting to go switch front, so I can never land like just solid straight.
Sometimes you gotta switch flip the invisible hip. I relate to that. Get a little switch Angie action maybe? Oh yeah. I'm still learning her trick list, so sometimes my suggestions are a little off. I felt like she could do that though. Oh, you still almost did it. You like bonked it like you were nolling over a crack and still cleared it. Rock fakie? Nope. Yeah. You never done this before?
No, on the 5, but then on the 3.
Nollie flips and switch flips are such different beasts. I know you have a good nollie flip. The thing with switch flips is, nollie flips you have your shoulders squared off normal. Switch flips you open them up.
I think that's the thing. I can't keep my shoulders straight.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to like reteach yourself where to position your shoulders. How did you land that? I mean, do it again, but you did it.
Explain that one, why switch heels work, not switch flips.
So I have the opposite problem as you. My switch heels naturally turn backside. My switch flips stay straight. So
My switch heels want to go backside too, if anything, but
Really?
they're a lot easier than doing a switch flip.
I wonder why.
I think just
No
because I
way.
can't lick a switch flip right.
It's definitely more of a flick. The heel flips you can kind of stiff foot them and they'll still go good. I mean, you're doing it every try now.
But that was the shittiest nollie I ever.
False. Insert the clip of me nollying an 11s there where I somehow mob it. There it is. Ah, it's a line. Nice to meet you. Oh my God. Fuck it. Switch frontside flip again.
No, that's not the point.
Yeah, that's structured. That's 5 in a row. Told her to try a shove. Full commit. Next try. He's literally grabbing it in the air so the board doesn't land on the nose and shit.
Just wants to do a frontside flip.
Every time I skate with Jeff, I always forget that he's like taller than me. Like, I think on film he looks shorter than he is. He's like probably 5'9" or something. Damn, you catch your shove so fast and early, it looks sick. Jeff, how tall are you?
5'9".
Nailed it. How did you land that one? That one was crazy. I mean, I'm glad that's when you landed. A little bit of excitement right there. But that was like the worst one it could have been. Jeff has a brand new board. He doesn't need to be wasting it getting chipped on this crappy ground on a trick that he doesn't need to get better at.
Let it be proof to the people that, in my opinion, switch flip is much harder than a switch frontside flip down a gap.
Yeah.
On flat, I don't know. Flat, I can switch flip fine.
Yeah.
Just it's weird. When I go to a stair, it's like my confidence level drops and the flick isn't there. Something like that. I don't know.
I mean, it's a pretty subtle flick. I mean, my issue with switch frontside flips is always the issue that you're having with switch flips is what I have with my switch frontside flips. I misflick them.
So if you haven't noticed, I've been skating with Angie a good bit. I mean, it definitely helps that she's always down to skate. Like, she's one of the people who I know who, if they have any free time at all, they want to be skating, which is also me, so it works out really easily. And she sort of like entered the rotation of pretty much the same like 5 groups of people that I skate with. And when I was doing the Rockstar thing and I found out that she was in the contest and she was down to help me film, that also worked out perfectly. But if you'll notice, every single time that I skate with Angie, in every video she's been in so far, I have jumped down something or jumped on something. Like the Portland video, I'm jumping on handrails and I'm jumping down the stairs, which mind you aren't big, but if you've watched the way that my videos usually go, it's not that like I can't jump on stuff. I just choose not to because it's scary. And sometimes I hide in the sections of skating that come easy to me and aren't scary, which is something that I think we all do, like both in skating but also in life. I think it's a common tactic for people to like skate around people who are better than them to progress or get better or stay motivated. But in a way, sometimes that doesn't work out because, for example, if I want to jump down a gap and I'm there with John Bradford, watching John Bradford jump down this gap and do all this tricks pretty casually doesn't help me at all because he's not really struggling with any of it and I can't relate to his ability and definitely not to his confidence. So it might give me some false sense of confidence, but it's not really fully getting me there. I think it's not a stretch to say that the best motivation that people have is when there's 2 people kind of close to each other and they're battling something or they're working on separate tricks together and they're using that to motivate each other. Well, what's specifically really rad about Angie, and you probably don't know this, like she's barely skated in her life. She started skating like in the middle of the pandemic, like a couple years ago. I have like literally 20 years of skateboarding on her, but she just has this like really obscene confidence. I think it's because she used to play hockey, or maybe it's just like a personality thing, to where she progresses so fast because when she tries to learn a trick, she fully commits to it. Or as I like to say, she Jocelyn's it or Yoshi Tenenbaums it. Like no matter what the board does, they're committing their body weight. There's very little pussyfooting around. That is the opposite side of skating that I do. So even though there's a skill gap because I've been doing it so much longer, when we meet on like a set of stairs, her confidence takes her so many notches up to where my abilities take me that it makes me insanely motivated to jump down something. Like when we were in Portland, I did the big flip down that 6th stair in a line and stuff like that. And that would not have happened if Angie wasn't there. It wouldn't have happened if Angie wasn't just kick flipping that set of stairs before anyone was even filming, like she was just doing it. I think finding people that has strengths where your weaknesses are, regardless of how much better they are or worse they are at skating, you can feed off of that. I have a bit more of a potent example than this, and a little bit better of a point, but more skating.
Oh, you're a sour candy gal.
Well, this isn't that sour, but they're pretty good.
I'm a chocolate guy. 180 switch manuals. I talked about that a little bit ago. I want to hold it across this 3 up, 3 down. It's kind of long. There's a bit of a session on top of it right now, so this might be a thing to dodge, but we'll see. It's like, and I know I could go up the side of it and not go over the 3 and make it way easier myself to hold because I could go like cat a corner, but I'm going to try to do it legit, like straight over the 3. Oh my God. try to do some manual stuff down the 5. Just gonna do like a nose manual to feel it out. I want to do figgy shove, switch manual, and then switch ollie down the 5. I had that.
Yeah.
That was actually second try. I think the most surprising thing about that for people who watch my channel is like, oh, Dan jumped down the 5-stair switch. Very rare. I'll like, damn. Now I said that I kind of, no, I'm not, never mind. I was gonna start doing some flow tricks down at switch just to, I don't think my legs want to do that at all right now. We're both having really, really off days.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like I remember like I did early in my channel, I did like a straight 8 down it, and I've done all the 360 flips down it, but then I did down the Chevy Chase 2 flat 2, and I'm like, that's slightly bigger. You already did the flip tricks down the stairs. We don't need me to do it.
My kickflip was atrocious, but the backs, I'll take the backside.
Backside was good. Shove it was good. Never nollied it before. Most stairs she's nollied was 3. And you did it like 10 times in a row, so that was cool. For having a bad day, and for me being very frustrated as well as you, and it ended up being not a bad day. One last little silly thing that came into mind. I did like a little firecracker back 180 down the stairs. I just think it'd be funny to do like nose manual, and then firecracker the stairs, then back 180 out of it. It's gonna be dumb, but I've never done it. It's surprisingly hard. I feel like if we'll just tell what you tries at. It's such a dumb trick to battle. Like I don't wanna like strive for this trick, but my friend Sam Hurd's the first one I saw do this trick, and I want to say he did it down like a 7 stair. It's pretty wild. He'd also do 1-footed firecrackers. I don't know how to. Okay, I think I understand it. Maybe. Ow, all that hurt. Treat it like a manual back 180. You know what I mean? Like it's weird to think nose manual, but then I have to scoop like a manual back 180. It's because I want to do this, nollie 180, because that's natural. But instead I'm doing like whatever that is. It's hard to even like, I can't even focus. Oh, that's what I gotta do. It's so hard. I did it pretty bad, Angie.
You did it.
Angie's list says that didn't make the cut.
No.
That was really, really difficult for how not satisfying it was. Maybe it's something I can play with in the future. Getting from like nollie to manual as you're spinning was really surprisingly counterintuitive. I thought I could kind of treat it like a nollie mob back 180, but it was like its whole other thing. Maybe that'll help out some other tricks somewhere down the line. Probably not.
So I don't think it's a coincidence that usually the people who hit me up to skate, that are like excited to skate with me, a lot of times kind of tends to be people a little bit more hucky, and I can't speak on their behalf, but we've had conversations where things like this are sort of said, so I don't feel that crazy for saying it, like people like Devin or Matthew, but they also like the way that my skating rubs off on them, because in a weird way, even though I'm afraid to do stuff that's scary, there are people who are afraid to stick it out and try something that's going to take a while. Like, for example, Devin is the kind of person who he has his bag of tricks, and like they do not falter. Like he does not lose tricks. When we skate together and he's like, I'm going to do this trick, I know out the gate it's going to be in like 5 tries at the most. When you watch him skate a skate park, especially, he does not fall in flip tricks. He is more consistent at his flip tricks over gaps and hips and banks and whatever you can imagine than most people are at grinds, which is insane. He just is like, the board's going to do this flip trick, and it does that flip trick. Like he just has that button for so many different tricks. And when he's going to try something new, I think it's a little out of the ordinary for it to not just work right away. But we keep playing these games every time we skate where he learns tricks so fast, but to his standard, not fast enough because it's not first try. I think even though he's on a different level of skating than me, he progresses faster when he's with me, which is a bold thing for me to say. just in general, I have a lot of friends who are way better than me at skating who have told me, when I skate with you, I think I get better at skating or I learn a lot more tricks. And I think this could be so open. Like there could be someone at your local skate park who skates transition and they're just like kind of like a John Cardiel, like gung-ho kind of skater. Like go skate with that person and take that personality into the streets with you, because even if they don't even skate that sort of stuff where they could really shine, usually people like that have this just go for it mentality that will probably push you to try whatever you're trying. I love skaters like that. When we went to the Santa Monica triple set with the Pal Peralta team and all the huckers were on the team, like, I mean, we had John Bradford and Ray, like all these people who jump downstairs all the time. Who do you think the first person to jump down the Santa Monica triple set was? It was Matthew. Matthew did like a mute Japan air down it before anyone else even took a run up. That set the session off. People saw that and was like, what the hell? Yeah, okay, let's get on it. There's a lot of times that I'll be at a skate park and I'll be watching someone like tediously skate by themselves in the corner and just like battling whatever trick it is, regardless of whether it's their first Smith grind on a ledge or some sort of flip in, flip out trick on a flat bar. I see them struggle and I can't help but get like motivated. All of my motivation and my ability to get better at skating is stemmed from peers now. Like what Gary Vee was doing for like these middle class fancy millennials in like 2015 is what watching other skaters struggle with things that I have struggled with and break through barriers does for me. Like watching the top pro skaters doesn't really help me get motivated anymore. I now watch it for like entertainment purposes, which is maybe one of the reasons that I don't watch as many skate videos as I used to. And maybe it has something to do with like, I'm pretty aware of where I can go with skating and there's no real motivation for me to get to that level. My excitement for skateboarding now only exists in my bubble of what I think I can do, and pulling attributes from people around me gets me there. And I will actually be intentional about this. I will actually, as dumb as it sounds, like I will be at a skate park and not be feeling it. And I'm like, who am I gonna watch for a minute? And like pick someone to watch to see what they're going through, because it's really easy as skaters to get in each other's shoes and be like, okay, that's what that person's going through. And I think that that is actually a better motivation than the newest whatever video could ever be. And I've definitely received many comments about people getting that from my videos, like watching the way that maybe I talk about struggling with a trick or people in my video struggle with the trick and they use that. And I think that is absolutely incredible. But I can say like in complete honesty, I don't think I've ever slowed down with how much I want to skate all the time and how much I progress. Like when I reach like a little plateau of like, I'm not getting any better, I just move around like hell until something shakes loose. Like, oh my God, I can't think of any new ledge tricks to do, flat bar tricks to do, manual pads to do, transition tricks to do. What do? Fuck it, dude. I'm doing freestyle tricks. I don't do those at all. Or that's also literally how I got into slappy grinds and curb skating. Both of those was because the slappy stuff, I was injured and I was like, well, I still want to skate and I've never touched this stuff, so it'll be new and exciting. And the curb stuff was literally, I was at a curb spot, someone gave me some deck rails to slap on the bottom of my board. I sucked at it. Like my first time at the Home Depot curb spot, I was terrible at it. And then I was like, oh man, the bar is so low for me to get better at it. I'm running with that. There's so many facets of skateboarding. Just find them and jump in them. And I promise it'll help you in the long run. Transition helps a lot with street. Street helps a lot with transition. I think specifically with learning skateboard tricks, the saying fuck around and find out is the most true. And I hate that saying, but in this way, it really applies. And maybe this didn't do anything for you. Maybe this didn't motivate you. Maybe this is too obvious of information. For me personally, sometimes hearing obvious information helps a lot. But this is just what I was thinking about today. It's actually what I had a conversation about yesterday with a friend. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If not, there's good stuff in tomorrow's video. Actually, there's really good stuff in tomorrow's video. It's 3 in the morning. Good night.